Make sure as new agents that you are setting yourself up and attending this new agent workshop. It is a 2-hour workshop where they teach you about all kinds of important setup stuff, like how to, your directory and bio, and also how to set up your CRM of choice, right? CRM of choice. We have a speaker today here from BoldTrail, which will be jumping in here in about 30 seconds if Megan and everyone wants to get ready. But again, don't forget to join into this new agent orientation. It's a 2-hour live workshop. There are recordings for this session as well in case you can't make it. But this is vitally important for new agents to do. You don't want to be here 2, 3, 4 months later down the road, go, oh, I should have set up my CRM. Why didn't I do a BoldTrail? So Megan, we set up screen share permissions earlier. Hopefully we're not having tech issues.
Yeah, let me see if I'm able to do that.
And then I can go here and toolkits and yeah, I mean, you're free to use, I don't know if you want to jump on the left or the right screen, or I can drop myself off the middle screen.
I am not seeing the button to share, where normally there's that arrow at the top. I apologize.
Where are you trying to go, left or right?
I'll go either way, whatever you feel like giving me.
Let's do the right side. I'm gonna confirm. So I cleared it off, and then because I had an image on there, streaming screen. How about now?
Now I can. Let's go.
You gotta hit the little garbage can and clear off whatever is on the screen. And so anyway, Megan Lewin and Jordan Rasher here from BoldTrail. BoldTrail is probably one of the most frequently used CRMs in our CRM of choice program at eXp. Remember, you get to pick and choose whichever one you want. So if you want to direct your attention over to the right screen, because we are over there for Megan's presentation. And Megan, tell us a little bit more about what you are here for, and welcome to eXp Illinois.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, first of all, I need to introduce my colleague, Jordan Rash, who's actually going to kick us off today. So some quick intros here. My name is Megan. I'm part of the customer success team at BoldTrail, and I'm assigned the eXp account. So that means that I get to live, sleep, eat, and breathe eXp just like you guys. And then Miss Jordan is my account manager counterpart. So we get to partner with and handle the eXp account together. So we're thrilled to be here to talk all things BoldTrail and more importantly, streams. So Jordan, I'm going to kick it off to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having us. This is a great opportunity. Our tech is fast-paced and fast-moving, and we hope out of today you guys get better insight on the new Streams app that we're pushing, and it's really going to allow you to put more time and effort into those things that'll ultimately make you some sales. So let's go ahead and dive in. Perfect. So agents that use BoldTrail successfully, they know there's several problems in the business, right? And we're really hoping that these address some of the issues that make your days difficult, right? And how do we solve these problems for you and these unique challenges? So there's 3 conversion challenges that we've identified here. So we all know speed to lead is a huge thing, right? Speed to lead, people kind of lose interest in a few minutes. Follow-up is a very big challenge, I would say, in real estate. About 50% of agents with new leads follow up. That's it, 50%. And lack of organization, right? Not having a clean database, not following up, that sort of thing. So Streams is really a great tool in the toolbox to have to really help you, get better at all these things. And we all have things we can improve on, right? So let's go ahead to the next slide. Perfect. So Streams is our new mobile experience. It's powered by AI, and it's going to really help you cut through all the noise. So easy to use, really help you focus on what's important, increase productivity, and help you generate more conversations. We all know conversations lead to sales. That's just how it works. So working on your dashboard really should become your daily routine, checking in on the behavior activity signals, the new leads coming in, texts and emails. So before you were kind of tied, with BoldTrail to your desktop or excuse me, our old BoldTrail app. Now you've got Streams. So I'm going to pause for about 30 seconds here. We do have it available on both iOS and Google Play for Android. So if you already have not downloaded Streams, why don't you go ahead and take a second to do that? It's super simple.
And I will say, if you obviously you need to have BoldTrail in order to access this. So maybe this is a good moment while some people are taking out their phones to download the Streams app. If BoldTrail is not your CRM of choice and you want to learn more, we actually just created a new webinar to talk through why BoldTrail is a fantastic CRM of choice. And we're going to talk through right away, actually, we're going to talk through the differentiators between the other two options. And then we'll do not necessarily the deepest dive in the world, but we're going to go through and walk through the platform more high level and show you how tactfully this can save you time and energy throughout the day. So what I'm going to do is throw this in the chat for anyone to register. Or if you're a current BoldTrail user and you're like, man, I just want to make sure that this is like my CRM of choice. If you need a refresher, this is a great session to attend. So let me just throw this back up on the screen. So if anyone needs to see this, but Jordan, do you want to quickly high level go over what the three components are, and then I can walk through some use cases and some advice?
Sure. And real quick, let me give you just some updated stats. So as of March 2026, we already are over 20,000 downloads for Streams. So I think more and more people are getting comfortable with, testing it out and how it really changes your daily flow and activity. So there's been about 2,600 AI assistant chats, 7 times more calls are logged, 2.5 more emails and texts sent, and you're 2 times more likely to work in your CRM daily, which again, that goes all back to the productivity and all of that. 75% of AI assistant chats have led to an action taken. So these are pretty significant numbers for just coming out in March. And just one more recommendation, you do have to log in with your Okta credentials, but I believe it's just once. Is that right, Megan?
Yep, great call out.
Just one time, and then you're good on that. So let's go ahead and dig in this tool, by each sections. All are very different and intuitive, but I think you're going to use all of them. So just want to give you a lay of the land. So when you open your app, you're going to land on the My Day screen. And this is really your inbox, right? The goal would be every day to zero out your inbox. So you're going to clear out everything on this page to ensure nothing is slipping through the cracks. You're going to manage your most urgent items. So like new leads are waiting on a response from you, and your most current and recent tasks. And feel free to put any questions in the chat, by the way. Megan's watching the chat while I'm talking. The next one is Streams. So the goal of this page is to show you your leads that have recently engaged with you or your content. So this is kind of like an activity stream that you would have on your desktop dashboard, but it's now in your hand when you're on the go, which is most real estate agents are on the go, right? So you don't have to search your emails to remember, who do I need to respond to, that sort of thing. You're going to get a push notification directly to your phone as soon as it happens. So again, going back to the speed the lead, it'll be right in front of you, to action it immediately. So the last one is the AI assistant. I think this is the one most people had questions on, but I think it's going to be super impactful for your everyday. So huge game changer. It's going to help you with your to-do list, assist you in follow-up and organization, and even suggest your next move. So, based on what's important to you. So kind of get the creative juices flowing. Megan's going to go in a deeper dive, but the AI assistant is something you could ask. Let me give you an example, a question like, who's most likely in my database to buy in the next 3 months? And it's going to really look into all those conversations and behaviors and can literally compile a call list for you. So that's the kind of impact I think the assistant's going to bring, and people are going to start really leveraging moving forward. Megan, you want to go ahead and walk us through?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I think the most powerful thing that we can do here is show you a Streams in the wild example. And so I don't know if this has happened to anyone before, but let's say you're at a coffee shop and you just get to chatting with someone, and it turns out they're a real estate agent, and it turns out they're interested in eXp. And so instead of, whipping out your phone and maybe shooting them a text and hoping that you remember what their name is, remember what the heck you talked about, BoldTrail Streams can really fill in the gaps and put them directly into your CRM. So this is what this interaction could look like with Streams. So say I just met Morgan Lewin and she's interested in joining eXp. Add her as a prospect lead, tag her as eXp Recruit, and set up an appointment for next Tuesday at 10 a.m. So what the AI is going to do is it's going to read that and say, okay, well, I can do that, but I'm missing a few details. So it's smart in that it's going to ask me some follow-up questions so that it can complete this task accurately. So it asked me a few things for some contact information. Fantastic. I typed that out. You can also talk to text. So think about talking to text as you're, safely driving from one showing to another, updating notes or something like that. But I confirm that all that information is correct. And then you'll see here that the AI actually created that contact for me. The note was added to the contact, and then the appointment was set. All of that done without me having to lift a finger here, except, just nudging the AI along, which is, I think, where AI can really fill in the gaps and help make agents more productive. AI should never replace the human-to-human connection and interaction that makes you such a valuable asset to your local community. But oh my goodness, taking off some heavy lifting of like manual data entry off your plate, that's where AI can really shine. And so as we continue along, I actually prompt the AI assistant to text her and say, it was so great to meet you. Coffee on me next Tuesday. And what I like about this is that it confirms before it sends. A lot of people and agents that we talk to day in and day out are like, man, I really want to trust technology, but I have a hard time kind of letting go of the reins of personalization. And so the AI assistant, drafted this for me, but it's asking proceed ? So it's not going to send anything unless I give it permission. And so I say yes, and then the text is sent. So often we hear from agents like, man, well, how does the BoldTrail assistant on my app connect with my BoldTrail CRM on my desktop? And the answer is seamlessly. So this is that contact record that I created. This is a screenshot from my BoldTrail, and I know it's super, super tiny, but you'll see here that we added that contact as a prospect lead. We have all the information correctly. And then that in that lead timeline section in the middle, everything that I did for Morgan is logged accurately. The appointment is set. She actually gets an automated message reminder. So this just, again, takes that heavy lifting off of your plate to get organized and stay in touch with opportunities that, man, I wouldn't want to miss out on someone joining eXp and becoming part of my downline. So that is such a great use case of streams in the wild, but think about where streams could kind of save you some time throughout your day. We hear so often that it's this on the go. And so one of the biggest questions that we get and advice that I can speak into you guys is like, well, when do I use my laptop and when do I use my streams app? The desktop isn't going anywhere because BoldTrail, we know, is super robust and can be personalized based on your goals. So customizing your smart campaigns or your email templates, creating landing pages or squeeze pages for lead generation, or customizing your website to really customize your brand and your image, that will always happen on the desktop. So desktop thing customization, but then the Streams app are those quick micro moments that help differentiate you as that agent that they can trust. So it's reducing your response time. It's ensuring that you are following up with leads so that nothing slips through the cracks, like Jordan already mentioned. And then to have the ability to have those activity signals the moment someone favorites a property on your website, you'll get a push notification for that so that, you can do your job and pick up the phone and call them and make sure that you are serving them and serving them well. Everyone knows and should know by now that if you are searching on a website or request more information or favorite a property or honestly click on a t-shirt at your favorite online website, like, you are going to get an email, likely an automated email, asking you how that company or that business can support you. So your website, your website is your storefront. Your job is to make sure that you are supporting people as they are shopping on your website. Now, we get this question a lot. If anyone here has already downloaded the Streams app and you've logged in and you're like, okay, well, where are my contacts? Like, let's talk about that. Because a lot of people are confused at first, but that is on purpose. Your Streams app is not broken. It's functioning as intended because we designed it this way. So if we go back to what Jordan had said, that My Day portion, it simplifies who you need to talk to. So while it's fully powered by your database, if you've got 10,000 contacts in your system, all 10,000 exist within the Streams app, but you don't need to access all 10,000 at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. at that time, you log into Streams and you say, okay, I need to respond to these 3 text messages. I have a showing request from my BoldTrail website. I need to do these 4 things now. And then we can start to talk to the AI assistant about like, okay, well, who should I call today? It will dig through that rich database of 10,000 contacts or even 100 contacts. BoldTrail can do its thing. So we will always want to address that and say like, man, Streams isn't broken. It's just bubbling up exactly what you need to do today so that you can maximize your productivity and your time. So optimizing your BoldTrail for Streams, if we're talking like a coaching moment here, a coaching opportunity, like what do we need to do to ensure that we can use Streams successfully in BoldTrail? And that really just starts with ensuring that your contacts are imported. And we always want to shoot for that magic number. I know this shocks people a lot, but we've got a lot of data to back this up. All it takes is 100 contacts to be quote unquote bought into using your CRM. Now, a lot of people might think, oh, well, a magic number in order to use a CRM is when I'm drowning with thousands and thousands of leads. That's not the case. BoldTrail can really help you with even a minimum of 100 contacts. And if you've never heard about this strategy before, we like to talk about the 10 by 10 method. So my guess is that 10 people from 10 different areas of life. So that could be, your kid's soccer team, to your local nonprofit that you serve, to church, to the local PTA. Think of 10 different areas and then 10 people that you might know, and boom, you've got at least 100 contacts. So importing your contacts is mission critical, ensuring that your behavioral automation is turned on and push notifications are enabled within your phone, and your vital score is rocking at over 80%. Now, if you're not aware of vitals, I'd say this is really, besides Streams, one of the coolest things that BoldTrail has launched in the past year or two. We have a vital score that coaches agents on the health of their database, and then it will coach you and encourage you. Well, if we want to improve that vital score, this is what you can do. And these are the leads that you can connect with that we believe puts you in community, in contact with these people. So you'll see here, these are the 6 categories that impact a vital score. So anyone that's awaiting response, or if you have past due tasks that you need to take care of, activity on website and they need contact, or anyone that's not on automated listing alerts or smart campaigns, which are like our drip campaigns on steroids. So ensuring that you've got a solid vital score is mission critical. And then a personal smart number is a bonus. I totally recommend it for eXp, because if you didn't know this, you actually share a smart number with everyone in your office, which would be everyone in your region. So personal smart numbers are a really great way to kind of keep that separation of church and state, business and personal, and then enabling call recording if possible. I'll leave this on the slide for a second, but what I do want to move into, because I want to be mindful of time, is Q&A. Jordan, did we have anything in the chat? What I'm posting on the screen right now are AI prompts to kind of get you started and get the creative juices flowing with the AI assistant. So things like adding a contact, setting up a search alert, remind me to, or add a note to this person. These are really great ways to get started with the AI. But let me pause for a second. What are we seeing in the chat?
Yeah, Megan, we had a question about appointments. Can you use Streams to put appointments on your Google or Outlook calendar?
Yeah, so if you have your Google or Outlook synced right here at the top, that'll be right here. I've got my email synced here, and it's off right now, but it is synced. And so if I go to my Google settings, you can sync your calendar right here. Great question.
Perfect. And they asked if they could get a copy of these slides.
Absolutely. Yeah. What I can do, Steve, is put a email follow-up for you together with all the links that we talked about. I'm going to share out, again, why choose BoldTrail as your CRM of choice. So if anyone wants to watch that webinar and do a deep dive, I know that we've got renewals coming up. So if this is the sign to make the move, I'm so glad to be that sign and welcome you to BoldTrail. I'm also going to share out some promo codes for anyone that's currently on BoldTrail. We just released an AI video market report tool to help nurture your existing database. For anyone that's not aware, we've got a market marketplace for lead generation tools. And then we also have tools for paid lead nurture. So I'm going to share out some promo codes to get 50% off your first few months of Market Reel, and I'll include that in my follow-up. What else did I want to share out?
Hey, it's Steve. There's a question further up in the row. It says from Umberto, is there a way to add a phone number to the Streams app? Not totally sure what that means. Or Umberto, if you want to unmute yourself and ask, or if you guys know.
Yeah, so you can add contacts with phone numbers absolutely within the Streams app. Maybe what you're talking about, there is a dialer within Streams. And so the default, like I mentioned, if you're not a part of a team, is the office smart number. So if you want to invest in your own personal smart number, that would be the number that's then leveraged within your Stream. So when you give someone a call, that is the number that will show. So I can, if you want to invest in a personal smart number, that's just located within the marketplace. And then I think it's one of the top tools right up here.
Okay, thank you.
Another question in the chat. Does BoldTrail send an automated email when I add somebody to my database? That'd be a lot of emails.
That would be a lot of emails. You do get an email notification when you have a new lead come through your system. And then if we have any team admins or office admins in the crowd, you can have enable text, email, or phone notifications whenever a lead is routed to an agent. But my recommendation here to ensure that you're keeping track of your new lead flow, one, if you're generating leads from other third-party sources, you can sync them into your BoldTrail through our lead Dropbox. So that just means that, man, if I'm generating leads from Meta or Google or Realtor.com, anywhere else, you can have them all flow into BoldTrail. Download the Streams app, enable push notifications, and then every time you generate a lead, you will be notified, and that will live in your Stream so that you can work that lead. We also want to make sure that we have automation for any new leads that are generated. So you can have your smart campaigns send that initial touch point and then have task reminders for you to follow up with them manually.
Okay, lots of questions in here, and this is great stuff. So let's take. I have no problem us taking time. Kiana says I downloaded Streams. It's asking if I want to open with BoldTrail or Streams. You'd want to open that with BoldTrail, I'm assuming, right?
I have not gotten that question. I know you downloaded Streams. You need to log in for the first time. Make sure that you're using your login for that you use for Okta, because then it will recognize that you're with eXp, and then it will route you over to Okta for you to complete that sign in, and then it will take you back into Streams. If anyone has any issues with that login process, please email support.
Go to tech support.
Real estate.
Go to tech support in the eXp world. No,
exactly.
Yeah, most of the time, sometimes it's Okta issues. They're connecting the two. So Camarlo, I'm trying to log in, it's not working. Same issue there. I think you need to remember that you're logging with your Okta user ID and password, not what you may normally have logged into BoldTrail in the past. Many of our agents here have been log time BoldTrail users. So yeah, I remember to log in through Okta and then get in that way. Let's see who else in here. Sarah Zero, my contacts, we sent an email. When I add them, you have to add them to a campaign. So it's not like automatically, right? Stoyanka, do we have a feature automated for posting to social media in BoldTrail?
Not included with our base package. We've got a few upgrades that you can choose from where there is some social media components, but that is called Listing Machine and Design Center. And I don't know if I have the ability to, let me just find who asked that, and then I can follow up with information on that tool. It's not included, but it can certainly be upgraded, and that includes some other amazing AI upgrades like added to your website. So let me just make sure I follow up with that specific agent. Give me 2 seconds.
Another question. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go. You go.
Mr. Steve Abrams, are there any settings we need to activate on the BoldTrail desktop platform to make Streams function optimally? Great question.
Super great question. I'm going to go back to this slide and let's talk through it a little bit more. Behavioral automation, I would say, is critical to optimize the Streams experience. And then again, ensuring that your vital score is healthy. All that means is that you are engaging with your leads in an automated way. And the more engagement and materials that you have, positioning yourself as the subject matter expert, the more conversations you will drive. So that, and when we talk about vitals, it's again, ensuring that your leads are on smart campaigns, and search alerts or automated listing alerts are one of the highest converting tools that we have, because it's a consistent push in someone's inbox whenever something new hits the market. So if we go over to, so again, the vital score is going to be listed on the left-hand side. If you're in your CRM or in your desktop, you'll also see your vital score at the top right here. And what's great is if you know, like, okay, hey, I really need to work on getting this list down, you can actually click this button and then filter it down to exactly who you need to contact, so that you can, again, improve that vital score. So if we remove that filter, and then let me talk about behavioral automation too. And we want to make sure that that is well configured. And if anyone's on BoldTrail today, this is something that you could take like 5-10 minutes to do after this call. That'll make you feel like, man, okay, I did something productive today. I can check a BoldTrail box. So I'm going to go over to marketing, and then behavioral automation tile right here. So that was marketing, behavioral automation. And these are your behavioral alerts. And so this closely follow, these are essentially your streams alerts. And so if you want more activity on your stream, ensure that these are turned on, so that one, you can send out a text or an email when someone does this specific behavior on your website. So I like to lead with, okay, a lead favorites a property. That's really intuitive, that when someone does something like favorites a property on your website, you want to have an automated email sent right away, or an automated text sent right away. And so if I click this preview button, this is the template that is currently set up to be sent anytime someone favorites a property. If you want to change this, which, yeah, I highly recommend going in and making this your voice and exactly what you would say when someone completes an action like this on your website, you can leverage merge tags, which make it look customizable, like you sat down and sent this text just to them. So if this is something that you have not done or customized on your BoldTrail, highly recommend you go in and do this. So that's one piece of advice there. I could go on and on. So Steve, keep me honest. What other questions do we have?
I think we've answered most of them.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think we are. Yeah, no, great, super helpful. Any more questions? Well, we have them here. Like I said, I'm fine going long, because this is probably a lot more interesting to listen to me drone on and on like you do every single week.
Yep.
So if you have questions, now's the time.
Yep. Megan, do you have time to show them our resources available? We had some questions about training, and I know obviously eXp has their resources, and we have some new ones to share as well that might be a good supplement.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Great call out. So BoldTrail is robust, you guys, but we are not leaving you out to dry. There are so many amazing webinars and tools that we have to help you get started, and get started quickly and easily. So this is our webinar schedule, our training calendar. You can filter it at the top by what you're looking for. So if you're a BoldTrail agent, you scroll down here, and then this will take you to our BoldTrail orientation, and then all 4 sessions of our getting started. I highly recommend our BoldTrail orientation, so you can get a high-level overview of what BoldTrail can do to help you. For eXp, we have a custom getting started guide. So I saw someone say, well, what do I need to do to get started with my BoldTrail in the chat? And this is a data-driven approach to getting set up for success within your BoldTrail. So if anyone's on the call and you're like, man, I've had BoldTrail for like 2-3 years now, and I still don't feel like I'm there, hey, take a step back and go through this guide, this getting started guide. This is interactive. It will walk you through with screenshots, with advice from our team, and everything is super intuitive to follow along. And I guarantee if you do these 10 steps, it will not only help you import your leads, but it'll help coach you on a strategy for nurturing those leads and then generating new ones.
A couple more questions in the chat. Both Laura and Chris have questions about the smart number.
Yeah,
Chris
sure.
also says if we do some sort of marketing to our database without a personal smart number, do those responses generate for the whole office?
Okay, great question. If you, so smart numbers are smart in that it knows who contacted a lead last. So if you have someone in your database, you've been calling them, texting them, and then they respond back to you, the smart number is going to say, okay, which agent has this contact in their database and who contacted them last? Okay, great. It was Steve. We're going to route this call to Steve. However, if you are doing new lead generation and you want to use text codes that are associated with your smart number, or if you want to post your smart number on a billboard, congratulations. If you're using the office smart number, you just became the local Illinois hero and generated new leads for all of your agents. So we definitely want to invest in a personal smart number, which I think is like $27 a month if you're going to use it for new lead generation.
Great. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I did not know that. That's a new one. I don't sell anymore, so I'm not deep into the CRM piece, but I'm still on BoldTrail, and I still think it's a great product. Any other questions? Any other questions? No? Okay.
If there are follow-up questions, and Sarah, I just want to be mindful of time. I'm going to add an email, exp@insiderealestate.com. You can use this email, but Jordan and I are also in the hub too. So join it's like BoldTrail official group or something in the hub. You'll see it has like an official token or tool on it. We're part of that group. So feel free to ask your questions there, connect with us one-on-one there. We're more than happy to assist, okay?
Fantastic. All right, yeah. So some of the questions too, if you're in BoldTrail, down at the lower right-hand corner, there's that chat feature. So that's the support. So if you have specific issues that you're dealing with from a support standpoint, make sure that you're using the chat. Specifically Jesse and things like that. Hub, again, Natalie, we'll talk about in just a second. So perfect. Look, Megan and Jordan, really super helpful. I'm glad you came. We'll definitely also, for those of you here, we record the team meetings every week, and we'll post that in Wednesday's newsletter. So that if you want to refresh and go through this again, you can. And then awesome. Jordan, Megan, really appreciate you being here. And thanks so much for your time today.